Hey everybody, I haven't made a video in a pretty long time, or at least a real video, not just uploading a song from Wicked or making a joke with a scene from a Chris Lilly show. So here's a real video. Um, Something that I thought might interest people is if you're around my age or a bit older, or anybody who is applying to be a cashier, since seasonal jobs are rampant right now at retail stores because of Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Christmas coming up. We are in need of cashiers. So I know, especially for those that are most socially awkward, you might be thinking that cashiering might not be for you. At first, it could be difficult, I admit, but I found that after cashiering for a bit, I feel like I can talk to pretty much anybody about anything, from the price of bananas to some personal problem that they bring up to me, or anything like that. Someone of all ages, all different kinds of backgrounds, whatever. So, socially, cashiering is very good for you, I think. It's not a good lifelong career option, but it's pretty nice for summer, or if you're young, or just want to do something kind of productive. So, first thing is how to be a good cashier. Depends on the store, of course, but the basics are, you should always greet the customer, say, hi, how are you? I always feel kind of guilty if I forget to ask how they are and they ask me. So sometimes you'll get people that just say, fine, and they don't ask how you are. That's fine, don't be personally offended. They might be busy, they might have something else going on in their life, you have no idea. Sometimes people might be on the phone, so try not to be personally offended by it. My scale of offendedness, I'm the most offended if they're on the phone the whole time and they don't hang up, they don't even acknowledge me or anything like that. They just continue their conversation. And second level offendedness, if they just say mouth like I'm sorry or something like that and continue talking on the phone, that's fine. 25% offended if they say, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go, I'm in line, I have to check out, I'll call you back after. That's actually pretty good. That's actually almost as great not being on the phone at all. But pretty much all my upsetness melts away if they apologize for being on the phone. I know they're just going through the motions, but it's nice to be treated like an actual human being, you know. So, you might get people like that. You're not usually required. Sometimes you get chatty people, but mostly you'd be fine not talking that much. Though it does feel a bit weird if you're just standing there, and it can be a bit lonely, and time can go by slower if you're just there with your thoughts. Basically, to be efficient, bagging might seem very difficult at first when you think about it. Kind of, how am I going to know which goes where, what the people like? First off, sometimes people like totally different things, and you're not going to please everybody all the time with your bagging. But mostly, it becomes instinctive what goes where, and you do it without really thinking. Obviously, cold foods go together, dry foods go together, clothes go together, makeup and like razors and stuff like that, they all go together. If something's kind of like glass and heavy, if you guys have paper, you can wrap it up, but if not, I try to wrap it in multiple plastic bags. Do your best to accommodate them, or at least show you're trying. But to be efficient, go fast, use both hands. You have the scanner here. I can't hold the scanner with my hand. Basically, scanning one thing while grabbing the next. Goes very quickly if you already know where things go in the bags. Always have the amount of bags. Like sometimes if your register has like 3 things to put bags on, always make sure you're stocked up on bags, because it's a huge pain if you only have 2 places to bag when you should have 3. It kind of throws you off your groove. So what people appreciate the most, especially if you're not very social, is somebody who can get them through the line efficiently. Of course, another thing is that some people get really hurt if a customer is mean to them. But sometimes they're having a bad day, you know, and it just gives you a kind of a funny story if a customer is being outrageous to you. So yeah, try not to get too offended by it. If someone's kind of mean to me, well, first off, know that if you're really nasty to a retail worker for no reason, chances are, and if you go say, I'm going to tell your boss, chances are the boss is going to be on the cashier's side, and the workers are going to laugh at how ridiculous you were. Unless you do something that's actually bad. Don't be on your phone while on the register, especially with a customer. I recommend just leaving your phone in your locker or wherever if you have that at work. What else? Just try to have a nice attitude. I know it's a retail job, you're not getting paid much, but it makes them feel really good if they leave the store feeling better than they did coming in. That's really good if they spent like $200 on stuff they didn't need. So, yeah, that's that. Just always try to be understanding and validate how they feel, even if it's something small that you don't care about, like saying like, oh, I came in here the other week and the Pepsis were on sale and now they're not anymore. You could be like, I understand, it's really frustrating, and it's annoying when you say something like, yeah, it's annoying when you miss a deal, but don't worry, it'll be on sale again, stuff like that. And if they get excited about something being on sale, you can get excited too. Or even if they don't show excitement, you can be like, wow, this is a really good price, as long as they're not buying something kind of like personal. Really try to get them excited about shopping at your store. This isn't also just to be a good cashier, because you might not actually care too much about where you work or whatever, but it's also about just making the most of what you have. Yeah, it might suck that you're cashiering at 10 p.m. on a Friday night, but it's where you are at the moment, so just make the best of it, make the most of it. So if you have any questions regarding it, actually, I might not have been too informative with this, but I can help in the comments with stuff like interview questions, or depending where you're going to work. I've worked at a grocery store, and now I work at a kind of like a department store, I guess I would call it. It has pretty much everything. It's perfect. Basically, yeah, if you're going to apply, you can look on Glassdoor, which shows like interview questions, what it's like to work there. If you know kind of what the interview will be like before you get there, that's awesome. Talk to somebody who's worked there before and get an idea of what it's like. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, happy job hunting, guys. Black Friday is upon us. Christmas is coming. So, yes, that's it. Bye. That was a long video, too.